Hi, thanks for tuning in. Today I am sharing the Hawaii bag purchase that I made. So I previously shared a haul video of all of the items that I picked up in Hawaii. If you haven't already seen that video, I'll link it up here and also leave it in the description down below. I was able to get my hands on a number of really awesome pieces. So I share all of those in that first part, if you will. And this is part 2, which focuses on the bag purchase that I made while I was in Hawaii. And it was quite a special moment for me, which is why I wanted to do more of a dedicated video on this particular bag and share a little bit of my story as to how I got my hands on one. If you watched the other haul video, or even if you haven't, I shared the twilly that I purchased for this bag. So I'll go ahead and share the twilly again and see if you all guessed what color bag I got, and also what bag I guess. But this is the twilly that I purchased. This is called the Jungle Love in the rainbow style, and the rainbow style refers to the different stripes of colors along the twilly. So this is the twilly. If you want to, feel free to pause and add a comment of what color you think my bag is going to be based on the twilly color. I'm gonna try a new angle if I can, where I put it on the side of the sofa, and I hope you can see. So I'm gonna go ahead and unbox and then share a little bit of my story with it. So let me get the other protective covers off as well. Alright, so this is my new Birkin 30. It is in this gorgeous yellow color with the silver hardware. I'm actually running out of sun, but I think it's a good thing because this bag is showing pretty true to color on camera because it's not getting so washed out. And as you can see, it has the palladium hardware. It is in Clemence leather, which is also the same leather as my picotine. So it is an incredibly soft as in not as structured. It's not like a rigid leather like Epsom would be. So it's an incredibly soft leather that shows some beautiful grain, natural grain in the leather. And it is, and again, the Birkin 30 size, so you can see it is quite spacious. And if I open it up, I have to take all the plastic off because it's interfering with my ability to get this bag open. But if you open it up, the inside is the same color. You can see it came packed with some air paper, and so there's a flap in the front right there. There is a zippered compartment in the back, so I'm doing a horrible job showing you all, where I will likely keep one of the rain jackets in there. Otherwise it is a pretty just big open compartment, and I will likely carry my Birkin around like this because this is how I prefer just to get easy access in and out of my bag. So one of my goals for shopping in Hawaii was to get a Birkin 25. I had asked my SA ahead of time that I was looking for a Birkin 25 in a neutral color. So black, darker gray like Etane or graphite, because I recently purchased the Chanel gray flap, and that's a lighter gray, so I thought I'd go for a darker gray. Or even the new green, that Vert Amand color that leans a slightly gray, was also another option. And then I also told her I could be convinced to get a pop of color like yellow. So I've been looking to add a yellow handbag to my collection for a while now. I had been looking through Chanel's yellow offerings, or was also thinking about adding an Evelyn TPM in a yellow color. When it comes to yellow, I get pretty specific that it has to be silver hardware. similar to my philosophy with gray bags, where I prefer it to be with silver hardware. Mostly because I think the warmth of the gold hardware kind of ages the bag a little bit more, if you will. And it adds too much warmth right through the hardware. I prefer it with silver because it looks really fresh and kind of clean that way. And the rest of the bag, the color of the bag can really pop more than the hardware does. So that was what I went in requesting. So my SA was aware that that was what I was looking for. When I was finally able to meet my SA, she asked whether I would be interested in a Birkin 30 in a yellow color. There was one coming in, and that she could call me if I was interested, that she could call me when it came in so that I could take a look. And I honestly, I wasn't disappointed. I don't think that's the right word. I did ask if there were any 25s, and she said not at the moment and not sure when any more will be coming in. So this was really the one that she knows would be an option available to me. And the other was a Kelly 25 in Swift leather in an apricot color. And the color name was apricot. And she's like, you know, I think of those two options, I think this is the better option, but really, you know, it's up to you whether you're interested or not. And I said, you know, I am definitely interested. I checked the hardware and she said it was silver hardware. I was thrilled to hear that. If it was yellow hardware, I would have had a much harder time to purchase it. I don't think I would have gone home with it because of how warm that gold hardware would have made the whole bag. So I said I was definitely interested to please call me when it comes through so that I can stop by the store again. And actually it was later in the day when she let me know that the bag had arrived, and she had it set aside for me to come in to check it out. So I was able to then go back to the store, and I was in that, you know, secret room where they show you the bag, and which was a very cool experience, I have to say. I was the first person to touch this bag because the wrapping was, the shrink wrap was around the box, so that was also really exciting. And personally for me, I think the 30 is a better size. I am a bigger and taller person. The bag definitely doesn't seem small. A 25, I'm still on the hunt for a 25 and will try to still add it to my collection, but a 25 I know is more cute, and it's trending right now in terms of longevity. I think this 30 is a better size to be able to carry into when I get older. You know, it won't be too small and it won't seem too trendy. But yeah, this is my Birkin 30. I am very, very excited to add this to my collection. I'm really, really thrilled with being able to pick this up. This is my first Birkin that's fresh from the boutique, and the color is Jaune, Ambre. I'm pretty sure I butchered that pronunciation, so I'll leave more of the information in the description box below. This is a yellow color that was released last year. The new yellow color is in my part 1 haul video. My boyfriend's card case is in that new yellow color for this year, which is a little bit brighter. It's a little more neon versus this one, which is more of a warmer, earthier yellow tone. So I'm really happy with this yellow color. I appreciate that it's not too much like a highlighter. It's not too bright. It is just a really good color for most seasons of the year. I'm not sure I'd really carry this in the dead of winter. I think it's a little too bright for that. But it's warm enough to be in the fall, where if you wear it with like your jewel tones, it won't seem too out of place. And it's also bright enough to wear in the spring, summer, because it's a nice pop of color. So I'm really excited about it, and I'm happy to add this to my collection. So this was the Twilly that I picked up for it, and I actually picked up 2 of them because I wanted to protect both of the handles. I honestly am not a huge fan of the look of the bag with twillies on them. I feel like it gets a little too girly. But because it is Clemence leather, I know the leather will stain a little bit more easily than if it were like Epsom or something like that. So because of that, I wanted to get twillies to at least have at my disposal if I wanted to use them. And so as you can see, this twilly is really, really beautiful with this bag. The yellow tones in the middle help bring it all back together, and I was more than happy to get like a contrasting color to just spice up the bag. And I think this is a beautiful twilly to have for this bag, and you know, in the future if there are other bags as well. So I'm just curious how many of you guessed correctly. I'll be looking through the comments down below. So that is the quick reveal of my Hermes bag purchase that I made in Hawaii. This is the ultimate score that I've made this year. So this was just a really quick reveal and story of how I got my bag, but I'm curious to see if all of you would be interested in a video where I go into a little more detail around how I got this bag and what was the strategy that I used. I know there are a lot of videos out there that share different methodologies, if you will, and I do know different stores have different processes. So if you're curious as to how I approached the whole thing, let me know down below and I will make sure to make that video as well. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below or head on over to Instagram and I'd be happy to help however I can. If you like this content, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate all of your feedback and support. If you like this kind of content, I post videos every Sunday. So if you'd like to be one of the first to know, feel free to subscribe. So until next time, bye!